Hey everybody, Arthur here with another figure review. Finally, we got to the point where I get to put together this Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure and see what he's all about. And right now, just looking at all the parts in a pile, I'm just like, it's, But let's go ahead and put them together. Got to make sure we're putting in the legs in the right spots here. Oh, Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure. How you had so much potential. I mean, there he is all put together. And, I'm just going to do a little 360 here so you guys can really see. The first thing that comes to mind when I see him, two tones. Purple, silver. That is it. That is it. Let's take a little closer look. This is the most paint that we get, is on his melon. And he has that, like, Futurama mouth with, like, looks like a bottle cap top noggin. Almost look like a Reese's Pieces cup, bowl cut. But, I mean, this is pretty on point to the Kree Sentry Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure. The Kree Sentry when it was drawn back in the day. So I mean, it is it's a Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure. I don't know. So much potential, and they dropped the ball. Like, it could have been bigger. There's no paint. The only paint we get are the little eyes. There's no washes on this thing. Like, there's a bunch of sculpted in detail. An artist took the time to design and sculpt this. Like, why didn't you do anything, Hasbro, to make this artwork pop? No effect pieces. He has a spot on his arm or hand where it looks like it could open up. Give us a tentacle. Give us a beam effect that could plug right in there, because there's enough. Somebody could probably make a custom one, but still, I don't know. Let's go over his articulation, and let you guys get a really good close look. And one thing I hate is those, like, how they designed the top of the shoulders to make his arms be able to go up. Like, when they're all the way down, you got yourself some vent holes or something. Maybe store something in there. I don't know. But tons of sculpted in detail. And I love sculpted in details as opposed to painting on detail stuff. Tons sculpted in detail. It's just like you got to have the light hit it certain ways so you can really see it all. But his head, it's on a ball joint, full 360. It really can only look, can't really look up or down that much. That's about it. Arms, as you saw, they go all the way up. So really good articulation there. Rotates there. And it has a bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, wrist rotation, and a wrist bend. But again, it's like this arm can get wonky because it's like how the shoulder is done and everything. Again, just so much sculpted in detail. Like you said, and I love this part, like his little ab crunch or whatever. He can lean forward, lean back. He gets all types of range of motion, which is great. No waist swivel, no ab crunch here. And then his onesie short stop right here. Now, this is what I like when they plugged in, you had this like little sculpted in design that overlapped, which looks awesome. You still get the, you know, thigh cut rotation in there, but it doesn't break the sculpt. And then he can kick up quite far. Like his leg can go up ridiculously far. Double jointed knees on this big old guy. And then we get a ankle bend and, you know, pivot there. So, oh, let's take a look at this. He can do almost pretty much the complete Van Damme there. So lots of posability out of this guy. It's just they molded him in 2 plastic colors and gave it to us, and we ate it up with a spoon. Some of us did. Figures that came in the line, in my opinion, look better, but I don't know. Is it worth getting? Is it worth building the figure? I'd say you'd have to be a robot guy, a Kree Sentry guy, or you're going to add your own paint to it to make it stand out, some washes and stuff, in my opinion. I have it now because I got the wave, but honestly, the way some of these go and some of these Facebook groups, I mean, you can find people selling the individual figures for a lot less than retail, and you can have the whole wave of figures, not worry about the build figure, and not even be at the cost. So, I don't know. I would say if you can pick up this wave on clearance or something, which I know a lot will be on clearance because a lot of people slept on the wave, to be honest. So you'll be able to find a lot on clearance. So pick them up that way. I don't know. It's just a weird. I like, a part of me loves how it moves and articulation and everything, and the sculpted in detail. Because I mean, look at those legs. Big old robotic boots and stuff like. So yeah, I mean, I'm indifferent. It's not the best. You know, it has some really cool designs and sculpt work, but lacking paint and everything else. It's just, did anybody want a Kree Sentry like this? I don't know. It's just, let me see what I can do pose wise. I'm just sort of like, I don't know. So like I thought, the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure can pose very well. Like I have him getting slammed in the face with an uppercut from, or just a punch. I don't know, however you want to do it, from Captain Marvel. It's a nice little display option that you can do. Let's get her out of the way because you're not really here to see that. But you can see that I have him balanced on one foot. So again, you just sort of have to work with the weight of the plastic and everything to get him to balance. And it also helps that he has these giant Franken feet. So I'm definitely okay with that. He can almost, looks like he could probably, no, wouldn't. His hand doesn't stay flat enough. But it's almost, I don't know, his pose, he's just very ape-like. He's the grape ape. I don't know. He doesn't sit well with me. It's cool that you get some cool poses out of him. But again, I just don't know. I just don't know about him. I don't. He's just a meh Build-A-Figure. It is definitely not on the top 10 list at all. Had potential, and it's cool if you have them. But again, it's not something I'd tell you to go get, honestly. One thing I forgot to mention with this single jointed elbow, that's the angle you get. That's as far up as his arm goes, which is ridiculous. Like, that's it. What are you supposed to do with that? So if you guys are going to do some customizing, he's worth picking up. If you want him to be your cyborg football player, because that's honestly, besides looking like a robotic ape, he does remind me of something you'd see in like Mutant League football or something like that, ready to run down and make a touchdown. I don't know. It's not something I'd tell you to run out to get. It's unfortunate whoever put all that time and effort in the sculpt work. It just, Hasbro let this figure go to poop. So I would say hold off on them, pick them up on clearance, or if you just don't want to build a figure, pick up the individual figures off of fellow collectors that might have bought multiples and stuff like that or came across them. But that sums up my Build-A-Figure review of the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure from the Captain Marvel wave. If you guys like what you saw, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, as I'm going to be constantly doing reviews, sprinkling some hunts, do some mail hauls, all that good stuff. And feel free to comment down below. Ask questions. Have a good time in the comment section. I respond. And really, check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. You can get some of the collectibles that you might be looking for through that website. Link is down below. Get some free shipping and join up with the Toyco Toys and Collectibles Facebook groups. You got your community where you can interact with fellow nerds and collectors, talk figures, trade figures. You also have the pre-order group, which allows you to be in the know with your collectibles, get a hold of some pre-ordered items at a good rate, and not have to worry about hunting them down or paying eBay pricing. That's one thing I really like. And if you guys, looking for some Facebook groups to join up to, Plastic Cannibals, you got to search for it, as it is a private group and you got to answer like 3 questions. But Plastic Cannibals on Facebook, it is my group. Feel free to, check it out, join up, and interact with us that way. So I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, have a beautiful day.